Welcome to the Hebrew Union College Library's video tutorial series. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over searching in the Bar Ilan Responsa Project. I'll sign in through the Jewish Studies portal, and if you have questions about this, ask your local network administrator. I'll click on Responsa. Sometimes when you open Responsa, you'll see search results from previous searches and people. So I'll just close those. The search button is this one in the top left corner, or you can use the drop-down menu. I'll just click on the button. Before you start an actual search, you need to choose the databases. That is, to check the texts that you want to search within. So I'll click on Choose Databases, and you can see there's a whole list here clumped together by groups. The ones that are green are selected, and the ones in red are not. Restart All will unselect them, while Select All obviously selects them. So we can look, the first one says Tanakh, so we can open that and see that we can pick singular or plural books from this. So I will select a few, and we can scroll down, and here are some commentaries. I'll just select that whole group. So you can select from as many groups as you want and as many books within a group as you want. So when you're done picking your texts, click on OK. So now let's start a search. I forgot to mention that if we do want to search all databases, we can simply click here instead of going to the list and selecting them. Now, in my house full of teenagers, tattoos are a hot topic. So let's search under Kaka and see what we find. Now this is going to search for just this exact form. So I'll click on Search, and it will take a few minutes, but we'll see the results scrolling in the background. And this little pop-up window on the top breaks it down to let you know how many hits there are from each category. So there's one from Tanakh, 19 from the commentaries, another 19 from Midrashei Agadah. We can keep scrolling down, and we'll see that, not surprisingly, there are 183 from the Sheilot Utshuvot. If you want to expand this, we can go back to our list of texts, and you can keep opening the groups and seeing exactly where these hits are from. But I'm just going to close this and look at the list itself. Each item has the citation at the top, and then our search terms highlighted, in this case in hot pink. Now there are a couple different ways we can look at the list. So if we go under the View menu, we can see just a list of the sources without any of the text. We can see a brief list, which just gives one line of context for our search words, or the long list, which gives a little bit more context for each of the words. So we did our search, and we came up with a healthy 452 hits. But I'm going to channel my inner salesman and say, but wait, there's more. Let's minimize this search screen and go back to our search menu and talk about some of these options at the bottom. You'll notice that it says prefixes and suffixes, and then grammatical prefixes and suffixes. These are some really useful tools. The prefixes and suffixes is a little bit of a misnomer. It basically means any letter or combination of letters that are before your word, and any letters or combination that are after your word. So even if it totally changes the word, two separate words that happen to have similar spellings in the middle, it will show up there. The grammatical prefixes and suffixes is a little more helpful. This will show your word with the particles attached to it, be, le, ke, she, etc., and the pronouns or plurals attached at the end. So I'm going to select the grammatical prefixes and suffixes, And these are toggles. If you click them again, they disappear. And do the search again. Okay, and this time we see we got 628 results. So that definitely increased our result. And when we just take a quick glance at our list, we see that this one has the le in front of it, and this one also has some added things. So let's minimize this again and see what other options there are. Okay, I can either click these to undo them or click on single form and it will take everything away. The next two over are Lemma and Route, and again these are very similar. Lemma is sort of like a dictionary entry. So if you click on this, it will give you, and if you've picked a noun, it will pick all the similar noun forms. And similarly with the verb, it'll give you all the verbal forms. If you pick root, it will give you all those forms together. Now, since sometimes the dividing line between nouns and verbs can be a little blurry, I would usually go for the root. So let's try that search. And here we've jumped up to 732 results. Okay, close this down. And lastly, I'm going to mention the spelling option. As you know, Hebrew can be spelled either chaser or malay. Malay is the full form with yuds and vavs serving as vowels, and chaser is without those extra clues as to what the vowel is. Type the Malay form in the search box and click on the spelling option. The results will bring up both forms of the word. In our example, though, I don't think it will make a difference. And as often gets said in my house, enough already with the tattoos. As you can see, there are plenty of other search options here, but I'm going to save those for the next video to show how to combine search terms together. I know that using the Bar Ilan Responsa Project can be a little bit intimidating, but remember that the HUC librarians are here to help you. Stop in at one of the campus libraries or email us at clow@huc.edu.